Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with a very somber article from commentary.org dated February 18th, and it's called The Meaning of Kfir Bibas. And if you are not aware of the Israel slash Hamas war going on right now, this baby was taken by Palestinian civilians along with his 4-year-old brother and their mother. You can see video of it online. It's not easy to watch, and it was just confirmed today that one of the bodies that was handed back, or I should say, well, one of the bodies was the baby, unfortunately, and also his brother, though it was just confirmed about a half an hour before I'm recording this that the mother was not one of the bodies, and she was supposed to be. So that's where we stand right now, so you know when I'm recording this, but I did want to go into this article because it is from yesterday, and it's kind of been confirmed even at the point of this article, and I haven't read it yet, but it was confirmed that the baby and his brother, his older brother, were dead. And this is unfortunately what I thought the whole time. Like, you know, you hold out hope, but, you know, you're holding out hope against hope. And then, but logic kind of tells you, like, nah, it's probably the result is what was really happening the whole time. So let's just go ahead and get into this. This article is acting weird, so we'll just start here. It says, if Hamas's statement is true, this week will bring a tragic, though not unexpected, close to a painful episode, the fate of the rest of the Bibas family. And yeah, as I've already said, like the mother and the two boys unfortunately were murdered. So let's go ahead and get into this. It says, Yarden Bibas, that's the father, was released by this month by Hamas after nearly 500 days in captivity, and the terror group is claiming it will soon deliver the bodies of his wife, Shiri, and two sons, Ariel and Kfir. Ariel was 4 when he was taken on October 7th, 2023, and Kfir was 9 months old. And to add to that, so as I already said, the body of the wife was supposed to be returned, and it was turned out that was some other unidentified person who wasn't even one of the expected hostages, I should mention, as well. So this is some other woman. And then, what was I going to say about the brothers? It said that they were murdered like a month in, and they weren't killed by Israeli bombs, as Hamas is saying, because of course they're not going to take any responsibility for their actions. So let's keep going here. It says, to be Jewish has meant experiencing a crushing disappointment in the world since the Hamas attacks that started this war. A stray line in one of the many articles about the Bibas family today unintentionally offers a crystal clear explanation for that disappointment. For many Israelis, the New York Times writes, the story of the Bibas family has become a symbol of the brutality of the Hamas-led October 7th attack. That sentence is accurate. But in another universe, one where the international community, in scare quotes, cares a whit for justice and human decency, the sentence would read this way. For everyone, the story of the Bibas family has become a symbol of the brutality of the Hamas-led October 7th attack. In such a world, the faces of the Bibas children would be everywhere at all times. In the world in which we live, by contrast, posters with those faces get torn down from bulletin boards. In the kind of world we hope to deserve to inhabit, no children's charity or NGO would go a day without drawing attention to Kfir and Ariel and the monsters who stole them. And speaking of the posters being torn down, there was even one today, as I'm recording this, as, you know, the same day that it's confirmed that those two kids are dead and were murdered. There was some chick in, I don't even remember where, it might have been somewhere in Massachusetts, that was seen pulling down posters of these kids. So, you know, just to let you know where the left's morality is at. Continuing on, it says, the crimes against the Bibas family are indeed the symbol of the anti-civilizational menace that is Hamas, but also of the cowardice of the political and cultural leaders of the enlightened West. Yes, we should be ashamed of our fellow Americans, who not only won't mention the Bibas family, but won't even learn the name of a single American hostage held in Gaza throughout the war. At last year's Oscars, a line of pro-Palestine stars, Mark Ruffalo, Billie Eilish, Ava DuVernay, and others, were a pin of a red right hand that is meant to valorize the murderers of Jews. And for people that don't know what that is that there was actually, what that symbolizes, a very brutal murder that I think they kidnapped the Palestinians kidnapped an Israeli soldier, and I'm not kidding when I say this, they tore him apart with their bare hands. And there's a picture of one of the guys who did it holding his hands out the window that were all bloody, and that's what that is. So these are, I would say to all those supposed stars, you are not good people if that's what you support. And I think I remember reading too, though, just to bring this to completion, this little deviation here from the script, that the guy who did that has been killed by the IDF. And when they were in Gaza, a few months ago, like they found him and killed him. So there is justice in a way. So let's go ahead and get down to here. It says, it shouldn't be only Jews who see Kfir Bibas' smiling face and bright red hair when they close their eyes. And that famous picture of baby Bibas is holding a pink stuffed elephant. Kfir's relatives spent over a year searching the rubble of Near Oz, where the family lived, for that pink elephant. It turned up, finally, in January, and what his aunt hoped would be a good sign. Yeah, that would make me think that's probably a good sign. Unfortunately. It says, as the pro-Palestinian mobs filled the streets of every major city to celebrate Hamas's slaughter, Jews around the world looked at them dumbfounded. They kidnapped a baby. How much does one have to hate Jews to side with the monsters who kidnap babies? A lot is the answer, an unpleasant realization Jews came to over the past 16 months. Yeah, don't I know it? You start seeing this stuff and you're like, thankfully there's more people out there in the country, like a lot more, that are on Israel's side, so that's a good thing, but just seeing how many people out there that are taking Hamas's side is, I don't even know if the word disappointing is not anywhere near an accurate term. Let's keep going here. I got a couple more paragraphs. It says, Kfir's face became a symbol of the conflict because it represented a line that had been crossed and cannot be uncrossed. Members of Congress giddily attended Intifada demonstrations that were no longer simply pro-Palestine or anti-colonial. They were about defending those who stole Kfir from his home and dragged him to Gaza, where, according to Hamas, he died. And it is impossible for the rest of us to pretend that we didn't see a chunk of society, whether in person or online, rushed across that line and cheer the people who kidnapped a baby. Kfir became a symbol because he is the answer to every relevant question about this conflict. His case is the war boiled down to its essence. Kfir is the dividing line. In a better world, there'd be no one standing on the wrong side of it. And hopefully that is the case very soon, and Israel goes back in there and acts as if they are the Romans and Gaza is Carthage. Just salt the earth, turn it into dust, and call it a day. Come home and relax. Yeah, so I just wanted to put this out there. It seemed appropriate at this time, so my heartfelt condolences to the family that lost this baby right here, his brother and the mother. I can't imagine what the father's going through right now. But there you go. So it's a tough one. So let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.